The Oregon wine community. I have to talk about the Oregon wine community. Can you pick out a story or two that like really resonate with you about the Oregon wine community of like, I know and it's difficult to pick like one or two.
And
I mean,
I'll tell you why it's difficult, because I would say that it's really been. I was very surprised on how accepting, how warm. It really is a huge throwback to farmers. I think at the end of the day, and I think if you asked a lot of people in this community, in the Oregon wine community, what are we? Well, at our root, we're farmers. I used to joke that I was a hashtag farmer, but then I realized that's a lot of work. So I dropped the hashtag, and now it's just farmer.
right.
But from asking for advice, asking questions, being vulnerable about some of the things that you're thinking about doing, to my tractor broke down, can I borrow yours? To can I store some product on your property? To where do you get the best deal on renting a heister? Those different kinds of things.
Right.
This community is absolutely open arms. And I think it's really, I would really chalk that up to being one of the reasons why it's such a great opportunity to be part of it, but it's also why it's coming together as such a beautiful community with this unbelievable reputation. I mean, we won Wine Region of the World, right, a few years ago, which is not a shocker. But
Right.
if they saw what's under the covers of what's happening here, they'd understand the why. It's like having a football team or a sports team that has just amazing culture and how they blend and work so well together. And then you look at things inside the community where, you and I went to an event, a few weeks ago where, everybody's giving back, and they're doing charitable events, and there's education events, and
Right.
people are doing them for free, and they're introducing real estate community into the wine community, into the insurance community, and some of the things that are happening there. It's really setting itself up for really doing some amazing things that you're really proud to be part of. Again, going back, it's hard to pick one or two things. I mean, there's been
there's so many. I think a really great example
Yeah.
is the collaboration of the sparkling programs that are happening at Winters Hill.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Winters Hill, Lytle Barnett is there. I think Mellon Meyer is there. Corollary is there.
Yep.
There might be others that I'm not aware of, but I mean, it's just that whole, like, you just don't hear of people, 4 or 5 different brands under one roof, helping each other out, collaborating,
Yeah.
and helping elevate everybody else.
Well, let's give a shout out a little bit to Andrew Davis, right? I mean, when
Right.
I didn't really tell the story, but I'll just mention it quickly. In 2013, when he and I started having conversations, he had just left Argyle. He was just starting the Radiant Sparkling Company. And the window that I asked him to be our winemaker, if I would have asked him 2 weeks later, he would have said no, because Radiant, had just started. We were his first client, and it took off like a rocket. There are so many people in this community that were so excited about being able to make sparkling wine, but they didn't have the equipment, disgorgement, equipment, all of the things that they needed weren't for still wine, they were for sparkling wine. The investment was too large.
Right.
He created something, and you talk about how communities work together. That project alone of Radiant Sparkling Company, and I think he's got 200 clients, something along and that, and whether they're making 50 cases for a tasting room or they're making 1,000 cases to try to go market, to the wine market. It's really because he had this great idea, and it was really to help out his neighbors, right? Create an opportunity. And that's a great example of not being selfish, about opening up the opportunity for others to really participate. And that's a great example. And he's done a great job at it. And I will tell you, he's busy as all get out. He's got a great team working for him at Radiant, but he still focuses and he makes wine for us. So we're very happy.
Yeah.